The mainstream media are now in a 24/7 full-on campaign demonising the violence at Knowsley in Liverpool on Friday night. Sky News, BBC News, the Daily Mirror, and The Guardian are wheeling out their Marxist clichés of far-right and fascist thugs to brainwash the public into thinking it was a far-right group that orchestrated the violence, whilst at the same time covering up the fact that it was the far-left armed paramilitary group Antifa that went there to deliberately cause violence. They have overlooked the fact that the people of Liverpool, particularly Knowsley, are dyed-in-the-wool Labour voters and have deliberately betrayed their own by throwing them under the bus in order to brainwash the public with their lies. We at Patriots of Britain have members living in Liverpool, and they have been talking to residents to find out the truth. We have now established a timeline of what took place and the reasons why. In recent months, several girls from local schools have been accosted and indecently assaulted by illegal migrants from the Suits Hotel. Concerned parents reported the incidents to both the local council and police. It was clear to them that both the council and police would prefer that their children were raped rather than take any action to stop the assaults, as both ignored their concerns and, in several cases, accused the parents of being racists. So, with all avenues exhausted, they decided the only course of action was to hold a vigil outside the hotel. They made a flyer to inform other parents who wanted to attend a peaceful vigil outside the hotel. The flyer nor the parents had any connections to any political group. The police were grouped with around 150 counter-protesters across the East Lancashire Road, with a police van parked at the junction with Moorgate Road. Conspiracy theorists have said that this van was a plant as it didn't have an MOT, but police vehicles are exempt as they are regularly checked. On arriving at the hotel, the 60 to 70 parents, grandparents, uncles and aunts were allocated an area of approximately 60 to 70 feet on the other side of the road from the hotel. From the start, the protest had been peaceful, with no incidents whatsoever, but that changed around 9 to 9:30. When Antifa arrived, they were dressed in their normal paramilitary uniform of black hooded jackets, black trousers, masks, and backpacks containing their regular street clothes, known as black box. They were armed with 1x1 wooden batons, some that had nails in, sledgehammers, and fireworks. They immediately started to rattle the hotel's main iron gates and agitate the left-wing counter-protesters to join them. The police van was then attacked with sledgehammers, and the back doors were broken open and fireworks thrown in, starting a fire. The police then began to move in and restore order, and a fight started in which several police were hurt. What was amazing is the fact that so many left-wing journalists, film crews and photographers failed to record or report the fact that it was the far-left Antifa that deliberately instigated the violence, preferring to blame a non-existent, unnamed far-right group. In doing so, they deliberately tainted the parents, whose only reason for being there was to protect their children.